Good morning, students. Hari Om. As today we are going to continue with the chapter number 14 of Geography of Standard 9. As we have studied in the last lecture about minerals and classification of minerals. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to study on that is soil and its type in India. So, let us study this topic in detail. Soil. Now, when we talk about soil, now if you talk about a country, most of the population is dependent on agriculture. As we all know that most of the population is dependent on agriculture. So to remove more and more output from agriculture, it is necessary that soil should be fertile. If you want to remove more and more output, what should be more fertile is the soil. So now we all are aware that actually what is soil. So whatever we see on the surface, whatever is there on the land, that is lithosphere, the earth crust, a fine layer which is formed of organic and inorganic matter on the surface of the earth which supports vegetation, that is called as soil. So now if you see, what is soil? Soil is a thin layer of loose mixture of small rocks, particles and rotting organic matter that covers much of the world land surface. So when you talk about soil, soil is related to the surface of the earth. Soil is related to the surface of the earth in the same way as the apple with its skin. As the apple with its skin. So we have to understand here it is that it takes a lot of time for the soil formation. As there is a detailed process. And for those process, if we talk technically, it is called as pedogenesis. What it is called as? Pedogenesis. Now it is not a part of your syllabus. It is just an extra knowledge. So in short, what is soil? Soil is a thin layer of loose mixture of small rock particles and rotting organic matter. That is what? Soil. And that soil is supporting the vegetation. Now we are going to study more in detail about soil formation. Now what is soil formation? Soil is the result of denudation of rock. If you talk about soil formation is the result of denudation of rock. Now what is denudation? This word denudation means denudation involves the process. Denudation is involving the process that cause the wearing away of earth's surface. Wearing away the earth's surface means disappearing by moving through water, by ice, by wind and by waves, leading to the reduction in elevation. Elevation means height, and in the relief, land feature, that is the landform. Okay, so that is what denudation. Denudation is also another word you can say as reduction also. So soil formation is a result of denudation of rock. So now let us study more detail about this soil formation. Now let us look at what do we mean by soil. So as we are knowing that soil is a thin layer which is a mixture of multiple elements. Yes or no? We all are aware of that, as soil is a mixture of multiple elements. Now if you say that, what is the meaning of multiple mixture of elements? So let us study about it now. So if you talk about soil process, then we all know that soil is been prepared from rock. As we all are aware of that soil is been prepared from rock. So our mountain ranges which are at high altitude, for example, we have Himalaya, we have Eastern Ghat, we have Western Ghat. So rocks present over there are continuously experiencing. What they continuously experience over there? They experience constant heat, air, constant flow of water. So all these biotic elements, that is the living things, such as we have sunlight, air, flow, they all create pressure difference over there, and because of this pressure which is created in the mountain, weathering takes place, and therefore that process is called as weathering of rock. So heat, air, water, all these biotic elements when creates pressure difference, so at that time there is the changes occurring in an initial structure. Okay, so soil formation is nothing but when the rock is broken down by weathering and mixes with other material on the surface of the earth to create soil cracks. Weathering means it creates a crack. Okay, so that is what soil formation. Now see, there are in the same thing happens with the mountains. Why? Because the changes are occurring in the mountain only because of the constant air, sunlight, rain. So all these biotic factors give rise to what? Weathering. Okay, and they break down into smaller forms. Okay, this all constant heat, air and water are giving rise to weathering, and when weathering occurs they break down into small form, and so from mountain rocks are created, and further these rocks are break down and they finally create what? They finally create a soil. So all this biotic creates soil. What does all this biotic creates? Soil. Now you must be aware that you must all have heard about biodegradable items. Now biodegradable items means which get decomposed by bacteria or other living organism. Means they must completely break down and decompose into natural element. Now as we have lot of dry leaves, yes or no, as we have lot of dry leaves, because in the forest where lot of leaves are present, when they dry up, what happens? They start falling down, and when they fall down they start decomposing, and when they start decomposing it all becomes a part of a soil. So this is also a part of an organic matter. So if we talk in a simple way also, we have too many insects or animals who do potty. Even that is also a form of an organic material, and this will also creates the fertility of the soil as it will decompose. So whatever organic matter which get decomposed enhances the soil fertility, and therefore that factor is called as humus. Humus means the organic component of soil formed by decomposition of leaves and other plant material by soil microorganisms. Okay, so in this way when we talk about soil formation, okay, how do soil form? Okay, so we say that rock surface is eroded due to factors like temperature, rain, snow, air, vegetation and insects, and it turns into powdery form. Thus it forms the land layer. So in this layer there are gravel, smaller stones, pebbles, soil particles which are known as regolith. What they are known as? Regolith. Okay, and this is all happened because of erosion, the carrying away of rock particles by wind, water, ice or gravity. Okay, and that whole process is called as what? It is the whole process, the layer which contains gravel, smaller stone, pebbles and soil particle, that is known as regolith. Okay, now can you see over a image? It is a image of regolith. So it is necessary for us to understand that every soil has parental rock material. Because of that, its core micronutrient, it gets core micronutrient. Micronutrient means many minerals. Okay, humus content, water retaining capacity, geological structure. So finally the soil is being formed, and then the mixture, and finally the soil has been formed. out of this mixture, and therefore the process of soil erosion is a long term process. If someone will ask you soil formation is a short term process or long term process, the answer you have to give is the soil formation is a long term process. And what is regolith? Regolith is the layer of rock and mineral fragments that covers the earth land surface. That regolith has many pebbles, many stones, many gravels containing into it. And soil, it is a part of a regolith that supports the growth of plant. Okay. Now, moving on further now. Soil. As we are talking about soil in India, as India is not having only one kind of soil, only one type of soil. India has different types of soil in India. Total 6 types of soil we have in India. That is alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, desert soil, laterite soil and mountain soil. So today the first soil which we are going to study is what is alluvial soil. And the rest of another soil we are going to study in the next lecture. Today we will only study about what is alluvial soil. Now the image which you can see over here is the image of alluvial soil. Okay, the two images which are shown over here is of alluvial soil. Now why it is shown like that? Because alluvial soil, why two images have been shown over here? Listen this carefully. Because alluvial soil is divided into two types. Alluvial soil is divided into two types. This part is called as Bangar and this part is called as Khadar. Okay, alluvial soil is divided into two types, that is Khadar and Bangar. Okay, now let us study in detail about alluvial soil. Now alluvial soil is been divided into Khadar and Bangar. Now let us study about Khadar. Before studying about Khadar, alluvial soil is formed by deposition of alluvium by rivers. How much? That it occupies 15 lakh square kilometer area in India. Contribute greatly in agriculture development. If you talk about alluvial soil is giving more contribution to an agriculture development. As we have two types of alluvial soil, that is Khadar and Bangar, let us study about Khadar. Now Khadar is new or younger deposits, okay, of alluvium soil where on the floodplains. This soil is renewed every year and thus it is comparatively more fertile than Bangar soil. Why? Because it has been renewed every year. Every year the rain comes, there is a formation to new soil. So it is always having more and more fertility. And where it is present on the floodplain. So it is more fertile as compared to Bangar soil. As this soil is formed due to the river floods, it is mostly nearby the rivers. Generally this alluvial, that is the Khadar soil, is always in a sandy way. It is always in a sandy way. Now when you talk about Bangar soil is an older alluvial. Older alluvial means the time when the flood came. At that time whatever deposition is present over there, that deposit, that remains is called as Bangar soil. So Bangar soil is older alluvium soil. The large part of North India is been covered by this Bangar soil. Okay, if you talk about North India, the larger part of North India has been covered by this Bangar soil, and this soil is been contained. This soil is contained on the upper valley of the region of a river, and therefore it is called as Bangar soil. For example, if it is a river, so the middle portion is of river and the upper portion, that is the upper valley, that upper valley is called as Bangar, and the middle portion, that is the river valley, is called as Khadar, where every year the soil gets been renewed and the fertility also gets more and more. Now if you talk about Bangar soil, it is sticky, it has dark brown color. Okay, it has dark brown color. Now alluvial soil is found in many parts of India. Now when you talk about alluvial soil is found in many parts of the country. Okay, but fertility is different at different places. You cannot say the fertility level will be same at every places. The fertility is also different at different places. Generally, it is very fertile. Alluvial soil is very fertile because of the deposition of the water again and again, that is due to rainy season. Okay, and it is found where you find alluvial soil. Where do you find alluvial soil? Is Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and West Bengal. These are the places, these are the states where you find alluvial soil. So this was all about your alluvial soil. Again, I am doing a recap. Alluvial soil is divided into two parts, that is Khadar and Bangar. Khadar is new while Bangar is old. Khadar is more fertile while Bangar is less fertile because Bangar is remained for a longer period of time. Therefore, the fertility level goes on reduces. It does not increases. Okay, while Khadar gets flood as rainy water every year, that portion gets filled up again and again. So the fertility level goes on increasing. So this was all about your alluvial soil. Now, if you see over here, a table is mentioned over here from where you can understand what is Bangar and what is Khadar. As Bangar is the old alluvial soil, Khadar is the new alluvial soil. This soil is found far from the river basin. This soil is found close to the river basin. The soil is less fertile and therefore it is not suitable for agriculture. The soil is very fertile and therefore it is suitable for agriculture. So this was all about your Bangar and Khadar. Thank you.